10 Strangest Stories from the SCP Foundation. The SCP Foundation is a secret organization which contains and studies SCPs, special containment procedures, including abnormal individuals, entities, locations, objects, and phenomena that defy natural law, pose a threat to human beings, or challenge humanity's sense of normalcy. Number 10. Needy Mirror. SCP-919 appears as an ordinary full-length mirror. However, any living subject that stands in front and attempts to admire their reflection for 15 seconds, the reflection will break synchronization and beg, plead, and do anything they can to keep the subject staring into their reflective gaze. Once out of sight, this self-aware reflection will scream and violently incinerate. If the subject returns to face the mirror, this other self will reappear, remember all of their previous encounters, and work harder each time to keep them there. This mirror cannot be destroyed or even damaged. SCP-919 resides in a locked storage room within the Foundation's containment facility. There are no windows and the door is kept guarded at all times. A cover of cloth remains positioned over the mirror as further protection. Number 9. I am a toaster. SCP-426 is an ordinary, fully functioning toaster, except for the peculiar fact that any human being who talks about this machine must refer to it in the first person. Talking about this toaster in the third person is impossible. And when this toaster remains in a person's presence for a long period of extended time, research shows, approximately 2 months on average, this individual will start to identify themselves as a toaster. Once this happens, the process is irreversible. And unless forcibly restrained, these toaster people will injure themselves, possibly ending their lives in maddening attempts to toast bread, as other toasters do. This bizarre toaster of doom was discovered by the Foundation after several strange fires were reported, and all of the afflicted houses contained the same eerie toaster. SCP-426 is kept in a sealed chamber with no windows and is allowed no human contact in order to avoid agents getting transformed into humanoid toaster monsters. Number 8. Durian the Cat. SCP-607 is a large gray male American short-hair cat. Once this cat cuddles up to a human being of his choosing, Durian will become their treasured kitty, but never for very long. For a strange connection is formed between cat and master, a connection so strong that if one expires, so shall the other. This connection also applies to injuries, which will be felt by both cat and master. And though his human master will pass from this world to the realm beyond, Durian the Cat is remarkably stubborn and will reanimate himself within a 24-hour period each and every time. SCP-607 was discovered by the Foundation when an off-duty agent bonded with the creature after its previous owner was lost to a bizarre accident. SCP-607 has bonded with many agents since his retrieval, all of which have had their lives expired by this carnage-crazed cat, who will go to extreme measures to ensure his own demise. This cat of doom is now kept immobilized inside a small portable containment chamber, which his bonded agent keeps with him at all times. Number 7. Birthday Monkey. SCP-983 is a vintage mechanical monkey with a faded date drawn on the bottom of his left foot. It is dressed in a circus ringmaster outfit and carries a tiny brass bell and striking rod. This subject is completely harmless until it comes into contact with another subject who was born on that day. Any human being enjoying their birthday who comes into physical contact with this monkey will be privileged to a strange song and backflip, followed immediately by a striking of the bell. After that, the subject will grow weaker and weaker as the monkey will play the song over and over until the birthday boy or girl expires completely. Unless the human born on this day is able to sing the song exactly as the mechanical monkey, which will deactivate SCP-983 and finally put a stop to the repetition of the all-encompassing and extremely annoying song delivered by the birthday monkey. After a few seconds, SCP-983 will dispose of a piece of candy which resembles a gumball. SCP-983 is rumored to have been the product of a gypsy curse. Testing on this subject remains once a year, as so far there has only been one agent who has succeeded in singing the song correctly. Otherwise, it is kept locked away inside a containment chamber. Number 6. Corrosive Snail. SCP-75 resembles a large snail with a muscular 6-toed clawed foot. This renowned predator will secrete a strange, extremely corrosive substance from the pores on its oversized foot when attacking prey or whenever it feels threatened. This secreted substance is known for being the most corrosive element ever seen on planet Earth. No material completely resistant has ever been discovered. This creature tends to have aggressive behaviors and be incredibly adaptive. The best way to contain this pint-sized beast is to keep it completely dry. Number 5. Tooth fairies. SCP-478s are small entities of inconsistent sizes which resemble dark-colored moths with oversized wings. These predatory miniature monsters prey on humans, seeking out those who have yet to shed all of their baby teeth. For this reason, most of their victims fall under the age of 25. These aggressive little beasts will enter a victim's mouth while they sleep and attach themselves to the moist world inside. Their victims will then start to exhibit symptoms similar to the common cold. From there, strange pains will begin to plague their mouth. This pain stems from the new teeth which will begin to grow, multiply, and spread. Eventually, the victim's entire mouth, throat, esophagus, stomach, lungs, and even their flesh itself will begin to grow these additional teeth. Once the teeth have taken over completely, the SCP-478 will fly away. Number 4. Humans Go Home. SCP-1171 is a 2-story house found in Queensland, Australia, whose windows are always covered in a thick layer of condensation. The current owner, Mr Werthan, has tried cleaning the windows with no success. It was Mr. Werthan who contacted authorities complaining of ghosts, leading to an investigation by civil authorities and later the Foundation. Mr. Werthan believed his house was haunted after a mysterious message emerged from the pellets of water vapor which lined the windows. As the messages became more frequent, Mr. Werthan began using his finger to sketch out replies to the entity speaking to him through the window condensation. This creepy character making messages in rain vapor claimed to be from another world. He called himself Beauremont. This monster in the messages despises human beings and has dark plans for humanity. Luckily, this creature of another world hasn't figured out that the SCP agent assigned to this case is a human being. Several SCP agents have taken up residence in the house for security, and the windows have been covered up in thick metallic blinds. Number 3. Teleporting Paddling Pool. SCP-120 appears to be a small child pastel pink inflatable swimming pool. The materials appear like usual Earth plastics, but have been found to be completely indestructible. SCP-120 was located by the Foundation after a police report of several missing children, which all pointed to this paddling pool as their last known location. Testing has confirmed that human beings will fall through the bottom of the pool and will be deposited at one of 11 destinations. Test subjects are always dropped off at these locations from 2 meters above. Number 2. The Homunculus. SCP-30 was discovered during an archaeological survey of a London car park. Buried 3 meters below the ground was a stone sarcophagus with no markings. During its excavation, the lid was shattered, and as the sun spread, a dark gray humanoid creature emerged and said, "Good afternoon." This strange creature appears mostly human. Though it is hairless, genderless, 71 centimeters in height, has solid blue eyes which lack irises and pupils, an androgynous voice with an English accent, and has an intelligence level of genius. When exposed to direct sunlight, SCP-30 is very active. In darkness, it becomes inert. It can be damaged, yet feels no pain, and will remold any anatomy which experiences deformation. SCP-30 refers to itself as Ariel. Direct questions as to Ariel's creation are always met with, "I have been asked to forget that bit of information." Number 1. Lillith. SCP-336 appears to be a pale-skinned woman of Arabic or possibly Middle Eastern descent in her late 20s. She stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 110 pounds, and is considered a lovely creature with a rare natural beauty, despite the 2 small bony protrusions growing from her back which resemble wings. Despite her obvious physical attractions, she is considered highly unsettling to any agent who has interacted with her directly. Lillith has several disturbing supernatural abilities. abilities. She can influence sentient thoughts through verbal suggestions, manipulating the actions of any human being who falls under her spell. Her vocal power's only limit appears to be confliction with self-preservation. Lillith was discovered by a Foundation researcher on vacation who wandered into her flower shop. The agent felt something was off about the young woman in her shop. Locals said the shop had always been there. The building's foundations were examined and proved older than all human settlements.